Hello and welcome. We are Signs of Amusement. We are here to do another ride through video.
Woo.
Yeah.
Today, Steve had a nice idea to do non Disney. We're going to do the Universal Studios Backlot tour from Hollywood.
Cool. Be fun.
Yeah.
And long.
Now, an intro.
Yeah. And there you have it.
Oh, stop teasing me with that box.
I was holding up there a little bit longer than I should have.
Thank you.
So, Steve, why are we doing the Tram tour?
Well, I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do a non-Disney since we've been always doing Disney. I believe the last non-Disney one we did was with Chris, I think, doing with
No, we did the train from Knott's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the last Universal thing we did was with Chris doing Mario Kart.
No.
Oh, we've done
we did
ET
the,
with Penny. We've done some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last
I
one
guess
was
we did.
the arm ride.
The arm
Forbidden
ride.
Journey.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and Forbidden Journey.
Okay. Okay. The arm ride.
I just remember because that's what we kept talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my arm.
And a very good impression of how that ride goes is good.
Yeah, so I thought that'd be fun to do the studio tour.
Yeah.
And there's some Jaws bits in it, isn't there?
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
will
there
make
are.
me
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there is some Back to the Future stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean,
So
really, you only can see.
that area is always very iffy.
Yeah, it's using a lot of shows.
Yeah.
At courthouses because they put another kind of
Facade.
on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole area, the courthouse and the lawn and everything, it's used in so much stuff that if you get a tour and you get to actually see that, you're lucky to get to see that stuff because normally it's always closed and something's going on unless you're on a private tour. If you're on the private tour, you actually get to go in there and go inside the courthouse, see the clock tower and all that.
Yeah. I follow the I don't know if you guys follow anybody, but there's a Knight Rider Association or history. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I follow them, and then there was another guy who changed his Tesla to make it look like a kit.
Oh, really?
A Tesla.
Yeah.
And they started like doing things together, and Universal took notice. They invited the one guy who did the Tesla to actually go, and he could do whatever he wanted back there and like just walk wherever he wanted. He went upstairs and everything. And
wow,
kind of cool.
Lucky.
Yeah. I mean, it really is a movie. Not a set, not like a building, but it's the facade. There's really nothing behind it.
Yeah.
So,
there's nothing in it.
There's nothing
like a lot of those facades.
It's like a 2-story half building, you know?
Yeah.
It's
pretty neat how they make that stuff. So
yeah.
And I think so I don't know if this one has it from Chris, but I know on other tours, like the one I've been on, they actually stop and show. There'll be some of the doors will be open from the facades, and they'll stop and they'll have you guys take a look onto your right. You can actually look inside the building and see what's in it.
Yeah, they never did that like in the early days.
No,
you never used to get off. And
well, okay, so back when I was a kid in the 70s, the tram tour actually there was no escalator that went downstairs. Nothing. You just had the top floor. The tram tour went from the top down to the bottom, and where Transformers is now, before that was Backdraft and special effects studio, and before that it was some sound stage, I believe, and I think also still the special effects. But the tram stopped there, and you had to get out of the tram, go into those show buildings, and come back out, and then go back into the tram. And I remember that as a kid because I hated that. I hated getting out of the tram, looking at those things, and then coming back into the tram, and then you continue on your tour.
Yeah, I do remember the wardrobe facility. They would take you in there.
Oh, right, right.
I never got to the prop one, or
yeah, there was a few of them, and then upstairs were before the whole downstairs was thing. You had the stunt show and everything up there too. So I believe the stunt show was where the maze is. There's like a haunted maze or something. At least that's from what I remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like all that stuff up top, there was the shows. That was it. There was no rides really there back then. It was an actual studio back then. You know, well, it still is. I mean, it was more of a studio back then. I guess. Now they're more into the entertainment part with the rides.
I haven't been there since I was not even 20. It was before then.
Oh, wow.
And my mom's friend drove the tram, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, but that didn't really change anything. Yeah. Just like I knew the guy who was driving it. Maybe it's not like we got to go anywhere special.
Yeah,
but it's just my memories I had just of him doing that. It was only a few times.
Yeah, yeah. The tram tour it's changed a lot since I was a kid because you used to have the ice tunnel.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
They had that and
not
there anymore. They had Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. That was really cool with the Cylons.
That was my favorite part because I've got the thing there.
Yeah,
hanging right.
You can barely see it. Yeah. So all those the old stuff that they had was really cool.
Yeah. The old King Kong version.
Yeah, the Bob Gurr King Kong.
Bob Gurr.
Yeah.
Still so cool. Crazy to think back when we were kids and riding the People Mover.
Yeah.
Never thought I would get to meet the guy who actually.
Yeah, is that weird?
Got to actually touch the maquette that he had.
I wonder what you were going to say then.
Yeah. I'm glad you finished that sentence.
King Kong maquette he has in his house because it has the weight on the bottom and that's how it moved.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, shall we go on the tour?
Yeah, I was just thinking because we were just talking about the other host intro. I'm going to play that now beforehand because the video is like an hour long.
Okay.
We'll get to that and then we'll show the tram.
Sure.
Of course, two of us are not here tonight.
Yeah, we're Zachless and Lewisless.
It still makes me laugh that Zach does his peace sign and then Lewis is his reenactment stuff every time.
We're missing him today. So,
all right. Well, let's get to this. Yes, that's the one. Too loud?
No, we're good. Thanks again to Chris from LMG Woods for the tour. So I believe now they're electric buses. No, you know?
I do not know. I think they were running on.
the Disney ones used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's what I said. They were running on propane.
yeah.
That's what the Disney one is.
Yeah, can you handle that?
No.
All right. Make sure you have your 3D glasses, because we're about to take you on a journey behind an actual working movie studio. Movies get made in
So
Hollywood.
people are putting on 3D glasses, and she's like, "Wait a minute,
Yeah, you don't need
Not
them yet.
now.
we don't need them until we got one part actually."
So when I go, my favorite car is the last car, last row. And I did that when I was in high school. And ever since then, I always go for the last car, last row, because we were lucky enough to see Steven Spielberg in his Ferrari driving. He had to stop and wait for the tram. And we were like, oh, look at that Ferrari. And we turned around and it was Spielberg, and we were waving to him and waving back. Ever since then, I got to have the last car.
You got to think how many times has that happened to Spielberg?
Yeah.
He's probably like, oh god, it's a bloody tram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tram again.
I got to stop with the tram again.
The tram should stop for me.
He's not that kind of guy.
No,
though.
no. It's, you have to wonder what's going through his head.
Well, that's why we're hitting the road, gents. Leaving the theme park behind to take you into the heart of our working studio. So let's get things started with our master of ceremonies, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy bloody
Welcome
Fallon.
aboard the world famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement,
This
and an experience like no
Only
other.
reason why I'd want to go to Universal Hollywood.
Now we're going to start the
What's
tour
that?
today.
This tour is probably the only reason why I'd want to do Universal Hollywood.
This, from everything they have here, this is my favorite of Universal.
So
The rides are okay.
Yeah, all of this construction is the Fast and Furious movie.
Yes, to your
What,
left.
that new coaster that they're building on the edge
Yeah.
It
of the
goes over the
Yeah.
escalator.
It goes over the walkway. Everything's on the left-hand side there. On the side of a mountain.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't ride it anyway, but no.
Yeah, look at that.
It's crazy how
FYI, for those watching, this video is 5 months old.
Yeah, I believe so.
Relatively new, but I know the construction is a little further in.
That means when that Fast and Furious coaster's built, this tour will go under the track.
Yeah.
Or will it go
No, it
along
goes
this
next to the track, because
Right.
the track stays on the left-hand side,
Left-hand side.
on the hillside. Unless they reroute the tram.
Well, I mean, the escalator's there. I don't know if you can. But, I mean, you're right next to it. So.
Yeah. I saw the 3D animated roller coaster from them that they did of the Fast and the Furious, of what it's going to look like.
Oh, like the animatic version? Or...
Yeah, what everything's going to look like, and which way the coaster is going and stuff. It's really cool. I sent it to David from Fresh Bake, because when he did the Universal update, it was pretty cool to see. What is he doing?
Because get this,
Okay.
there are only 5 major studios in Hollywood. You have us, Universal Studios, Disney Studios, which purchased 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Sony. But did you guys know we are the only one that can say we are a movie studio and a theme park at the same identical time on the same property? Here's a perfect example of that. How many people on our tram today think Harry Potter is a Universal Studios movie? It's not.
Warner Brothers.
Harry Potter was made by Warner Brothers. But does Warner Brothers have a theme park? You're welcome, Warner Brothers. So we're going to start the tour by driving in between the theme park and the movie studio. Over here on the right is Super Nintendo World.
All this is still all the same.
And over here, you have these buildings called sound stages that are almost 100% soundproof. While you're in the theme park, Hollywood is inside of these sound stages making television shows and movies. Now, before we get too far along, let's go ahead
looks like
and
the
go
Backlot
over our safety rules for the tour today. Now, if at any time during this tour you have a medical emergency, you need to use the restroom, you drop your cell phone off the side of the tram,
Well, too bad.
that red corner above
Yeah.
your head, you reach up and pull on that, our driver
Raise your
will stop
hand
you
and I'll raise
and
mine and
I'll
we
get
say
on and
goodbye
come
to
back
it together.
assist you.
Yeah.
If anybody
Fun
has to
jungle
pull that cord, it'll look like this.
I'm having the hardest.
You don't-
Please do us a favor.
Like, what are you
remain
gonna do?
seated the entire time our awesome driver has the tram moving, keeping your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Actually, Frankenstein, there is no smoking allowed on board the tram, but you need to be prepared for loud noises like this. Oh, did that hurt? Fire effects, sudden tram movements, and I hope
I kinda wish they still had backdraft there.
because it's going to
That was
get
such
wet
a
on the
cool
tour.
experience.
No, guys, I'm kidding. The only people getting wet on the tour today are the people sitting in the blue seats. Ooh, that's all of you. Now, this building over here on the right, Soundstage 15, it was used to film episodes of the game show Family Feud hosted by Steve Harvey. Yeah, and then if you'll do me a favor, when our driver takes you past Soundstage 16 coming up on the right, will you take a look at the reserved parking spaces for the cast and crew? Look at that. That building is currently being used to film an NBC television show called Boats. And do we have anybody on the tram currently watching Boats?
Never heard of it.
Somebody?
Oh,
All right, nobody. Thanks for supporting us here at NBC.
Yeah.
and that show is already gone.
Apparently it's canceled. It was like they were getting ready to do the Munsters, the new Munsters thing.
Yeah.
And like when I went on the tour, and like the next month they canceled it and never went on the air.
That's the 11th movie to win Best Film Oscar for us here at Universal Studios, the same studio that brought you all.
Or coming up to the Alfred Hitchcock buildings.
Yeah. Now, if you'll do me another favor, when we pull forward, if you look over here on the right, now that's the escalator that will take you from the upper lot to the lower lot of the theme park. And how cool is this? While you're inside of the theme park that close, you see these cute little buildings over here on the left? These bungalows are actually offices where people create, write, produce, and cast television shows and movies. Because it's not uncommon for a cast to change several times before the movie is released into theaters. You all love Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump, right? But did you know this? The role of Forrest Gump was first offered to John Travolta. I know, I can't even imagine it. If he had taken the role, instead of saying,
It's like,
"Run,
I know,
Forrest,
that's
run,"
not right.
you'd have been saying, "Dance, Forrest, dance." Because you know he can dance. But take a look at
It's funny, these
Bungalow
buildings have been there
5195. See
since
that profile?
the beginning.
That used to be the
Yeah.
office of the incomparable Alfred Hitchcock.
Except that one was moved.
Never
Those
won
are all the
an
same.
Academy
This is
Award.
new, this
Isn't
building.
that crazy?
I don't remember this
He was
building.
nominated 6 times in the category of Best Director, but never took home the Oscar, which actually makes me feel better about myself, because I don't have an Oscar either. But that's it for the Universal Studios front line, because
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations.
I would love to
turn into
drive
big cities,
one of these
wide
trains. It'd be so
suburbs,
cool.
even
It'd be a
that
really
guy's
cool job,
hometown.
wouldn't it, to drive
That's
Yeah.
For countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro Sets.
where most of what you and I see in the movies is based on Hollywood illusions. And here's what I mean. In the movie Bruce Almighty starring Jim Carrey, Universal Studios lied right to your face. They told you the character Bruce was living in
Here's all your
Buffalo, New York.
Commercials,
No, you
Chaz, with
wasn't.
the
If you'll do
medicine
me a
and
favor, take a
it's all
look
down
at
those
those
streets.
houses on the right side of the tram, and then
I'm going to be
take a
so
look at
gutted if they
your
remove
images.
those from American TV. They're the best thing about watching American TV in a minute.
Hey, we might get to see it. They're heading that way to the Back to the
Yeah,
Future.
he's not. Oh, there's a.
Now you're going to be doing a lot of traveling just by sitting in those blue seats on our tram. Because
There's-
from
Oh,
Blue,
you do.
your
It's right
driver,
there.
She's now taking you guys back to the future.
That's cool. We get to see it.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square. These sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future film.
Those trees are still overgrown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the clock's gone.
So much stuff.
Yeah, well, that's because it's behind the facade.
Yeah, they put it back, don't they?
You can tell from the door, like there's an extra thing, like it's sitting in front of it.
Building
Yeah.
on the left side of the tram on your monitors.
That's cool that
how it goes
they
for
actually
the
got to go
Back
through
the
here.
Future.
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had seen up in the clock tower on that ledge. The ledge felt that wide. And I was standing inside, looking at the ledge. And
I think right around here too is where
no way
Clint Eastwood had the Dirty Harry head.
Oh, the spaghetti westerns and stuff. Oh, Dirty Harry. Yeah.
Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Love Dirty Harry.
I was in one of those
Now,
buses
your
that
driver,
are right there,
guys, she is
in front of
amazing.
them.
Are you ready to see
We
where
did
she's
a
gonna take you
taping
next?
of
Well, simply by
Home and
pulling
Family
forward
back
and
then.
turning onto
And it was
this
still
next street,
Home and
you're not
Family?
in California
Yeah, some
anymore.
TV
In
show.
the words of Jay-Z and
Call that
Alicia
either.
Keys, come on, sing it with me. You're in New York, concrete jungle, where dreams are made of.
This host is trying, but
She's had-
She's a bit like a Paul Jungle Cruise where
Yeah.
she's trying to heart out. The people on the bus are like,
I hate to ruin
we
it
just
for
want
you,
to see stuff. We
but
don't
I'm
want to see.
gonna do it. Go back and rewatch Spider-Man 2. Remember that scene when Tobey Maguire shows up late to see Kirsten Dunst appearing in a play?
oh yeah,
That scene
that's
wasn't
here.
filmed in New York City.
Yeah.
That scene was filmed in
You recognise the
California,
building?
on this street, in front of that theater on the left
pretty
side
cool.
of the tram.
Yeah, you
Because it
start
makes a lot more
paying
sense
attention
do
to
filming
city
using
scenes and
this
stuff, and you'll be like,
street
oh
than
yeah,
to tie
that's
up Manhattan
Universal.
traffic on a
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
There's been,
And if
I don't know,
had to
so
guess,
many
I'd say
movies.
people of New York
They just
appreciate
keep
that.
like repainting and set dressing. And
And then I've seen that where they put that
Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog.
like a sheet, not a sheet, but a wall.
yeah, like the blue screen or whatever.
Yeah, behind on one of the streets. So there's one of those buses. I was on one
Yeah,
of those.
that's the VIP.
I was just,
Yeah.
walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here.
That was like what I was telling you, or when I showed you, Shaz, that picture of me with
Yeah.
Pirates, where Pirates was filmed, Pirates of the Caribbean.
So shoot for New York.
I was on one of those buses, and we were actually waiting for one of those buses after the
I got you.
taping of the show.
Now, as everybody on the tram knows, New York, where we all just visited on this tram, well, that's the favorite stomping ground of Frank Sinatra, Liza Minnelli.
I missed the collapsing bridge. They closed that.
Yeah.
Because it's right up here.
King Kong.
Usually
It's
the
been
old-
there for.
Yeah, usually that whole train is parked on it.
Yeah, now they have a broken tram car.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, it is the train.
the
Yeah,
train. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's smoking too.
I like films that just.
And that was another one from when I was a kid. Was the train coming right at you
Kong literally does that. I mean, you're
on the tram.
ship, you're sailing to a
It was-
lost
it
island.
was
you've got
scary.
a number of monsters and creatures from prehistoric times.
I've never seen this. I've only seen the tram car, like a broken tram car.
Yeah. The train's been there for a few years now. I think.
Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your
It's
glasses.
broken right there. Hanging down.
We're about to return to Skull Island.
Not only are we about to return, we have arrived.
Actually, she tell you to put on your
A
glasses.
lot of thought into
So Chris is on those seats. There, he's I think in the last row or so, because the seats in the very first car, the back row, are lifted up and have a headrest and everything.
He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a
He does that thing where he puts the glasses over the camera, doesn't he? So you can see it.
I don't know.
He's done it on other 3D rides. I'm like, what's he doing? It's because he's putting the.
Various dinosaurs on Sky Island, so he's beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles.
Now, I almost forgot to ask. Michelle, we didn't even ask. Did anybody on the tram bring bananas?
Wow.
Really?
Oh, there's no food or drink on the tram.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what happens.
We rock people.
Yeah.
They'll do.
A gorilla doesn't eat bananas. You are a banana.
Well, if he doesn't try and peel you like a banana, you'll be fine. I want my head snapped off and the kid peeled off, mate.
And then peeled.
Yeah.
Glasses on, everybody.
It's like, are the screens on? What's going on?
Yeah. And then
There we go. That's me.
yeah. And then just shouts a source.
Yep. I can't run that faster. Yum yum.
Tastes like banana.
Dinosaurs don't eat bananas, do they? Well, they do, but
Oh, he had banana.
those look really cool.
We're just like sitting here. We're like, oh, well, maybe if we were really still.
Just stop waving the glasses around, we can see the edges. We're in an illusion.
Well, the tram is moving, so
Yeah.
the tram moves left and right, or banks, or tips,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Oh, poor people that were on the back car. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah. They need to redo this using the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh yeah. Oh, they like that.
Oh, we fell down several stories, but we're still in the same point. They should have had like a facade here of rocks and you go back up a hill or something.
I actually like the animatronic King Kong better.
With the banana breath.
Yeah.
Looking at screens that stand over 40 feet tall and
Wow.
are over 180 feet long. But the original King Kong movie, it was actually made all the way back in 1933 by a company named RKO with a puppet that stood only 16 inches tall. King Kong has come a long way since then.
Good.
And
Stop
come
motion.
on, everybody. We're just getting started because your driver and I have plenty more to show you. So that street we visited earlier, that was New York Street. And then this street is what we call London Square. It allows filmmakers to create a bit of London
Something going on
England
there.
right here in sunny Southern California. You all are so cute. You know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna ruin it for you. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, was not filmed in London. That movie
No,
was
those
actually
buildings
filmed
were way
all
too
over the
clean.
state of California. And I just learned this myself. Did you know parts of that movie were filmed in the city of Tustin, right here in Orange County?
There you are.
Parts
Yeah.
of that movie were filmed on the San Marcos Pass, which is located on Route 154, and even the Universal Studios Backlot.
Yeah,
Where
the
we
part
got
where
to
he
reinvent
is
the
inside that
monster
hangar,
movie genre
that's the
with
Tustin
films like these.
airfield hangars.
amphibians, I'm thinking monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein,
Wolfman,
Bride of Frankenstein,
the Mummy.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Now, a fan of those classic movies is a man by the name of Tristan Eaton. He's an artist who painted this beautiful
That's
mural
funny.
for
I've
us
never been on
as an
this
homage
bottom.
to those
Usually we go on the
classic
top.
Universal Studios
Yeah.
horror films.
It's a man, Phantom of the Opera. Classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
Well, because I think they moved
It's one of
the
great
starting
icons of the world.
with the
That
whole
to me was
locations
like the
down there
essence of
now.
the Universal horror film. That was just mesmerizing.
They should have had Jade
I
draw
know the
those.
original Universal Studios Mummy movie.
Frankenstein and Young, or Frankenstein's Bride. He does
Now,
it so good.
Soundstage 30 on the
Who?
left, you can see
Jade?
that sign
My niece?
painted on the
Jade.
outside
Oh,
of the building.
Jade.
That's
They
used to
said
film
Dave.
the NBC Music Talent Competition show.
Yeah, she's
The
awesome.
Boys. Now, here at Universal Studios, the whole reason we are a theme park
Chaz, we can
is
get a
because of the
tattoo
studio
when we go
tour
down
that
there.
you're taking right
Yeah,
now.
I know. I've got a
So we
space.
started giving tours
I'll
of
have
the
to ask
studio in
Jade.
1964, and the
Jade
studio
will.
has always featured attractions
Little
sprinkled
plug
all
right there.
throughout the
I've got
route.
good space for it in between my science thing and my book.
1974, over there on the left side of the tram. That's where we added an attraction called The Parting of the Red Sea, inspired by the classic
yeah.
Paramount movie,
That was
The
over
Ten
there.
Commandments, starring the man on your monitors, Charlton Heston. Now, can you imagine being on the tram that day? Charlton Heston made an appearance at the studio tour to play Moses and part the waters for all of the guests on the tram. Take a look. The glamour tram seemed to drive right through the lake and give everyone on board a
I remember
sea-level
that.
view.
Yeah, but we didn't have Heston parting.
No. We had a push button.
Yeah.
This tram is overloaded. Tell them they can walk on water.
I don't remember any of this. This is
That attraction was part of the studio tour years before we ever became a theme park. Now, here's what I love about having onboard video on all of our trams. When our awesome driver shows you a set piece or prop in person, I can then draw your attention to the monitors to show you how it was used. We make a really good team, Michelle. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'm just-
Michelle is bringing
I'm
you
just
to
driving.
this area. So if you'll do me a favor and take a look around at the sets and at the cobblestone streets we're driving over, because
Oh, this is,
I'd like you to take a look at this.
oh, what's that show?
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Yeah, and that's in Kristen
Location, the afterlife.
Bell.
I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm
Good
not
place.
supposed
Yeah.
to be here. That building on your monitors, there it is in person, directly in front of us. This is where Universal Studios made the television show The Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. But you may notice that the yogurt sign is not on the building anymore. It's been removed and taken down. Why
Oh,
would
no.
Universal Studios do that? Any guesses?
they're filming
Whenever
something.
Universal Studios makes a new television show or movie, did you guys know they don't build a new set for each and every new single production? In fact, they have never built a
What
new
the
set.
heck?
And here's why. It's the studio's hope and belief that when you and I are watching something,
She's fun,
they
but
hope
she's
that
not-
we're
she's
so
not
busy
that great.
following the story. Come on now. Who in the world is paying attention to the buildings in the background? I know I don't. Because
I do.
here's how the area
I'm
on
sad
your
with
monitor
Yeah,
monkey.
see, in that
looks for the good
archway,
place.
that's back from the
You tell me,
Munsters.
How crazy is
Mhm.
this? 8 decades. 8 before the good place. Here's how the same area looked for Frankenstein. Because there isn't one single person on the planet that ever watched an episode of The Good Place and said, "Hey, yo, wait a minute, y'all. Ain't that where Frankenstein used to live?"
Hey, yo.
Who was gonna say that? Nobody.
Not gonna say anything.
Now, in that first Frankenstein movie, Frankenstein has no dialogue. He walks through the entire film doing this. He says not one word for over an hour and a half, yet everybody on the tram knows his name. How cool is that?
Dr. Frankenstein will, the monster doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say another single word, and let's see if you remember my name at the end. Oh, y'all think I'm playing? I'm not. No, I'm going to keep talking, because look at this. Michelle's going to take you guys into a sound stage. Come on in. Take a look at this. Now, this building stays in its current condition station 24/7, and it's used whenever anybody in Hollywood, not just Universal Studios, wants to film a scene that has to take place in a subway station. Did you guys know you can see this building on our back lot playing a San Francisco subway station in the Paramount movie Beverly Hills Cop 3 starring Eddie Murphy? Now this is used
Complete with that
again
crack right
whenever
there.
any studio wants to film a scene in a subway station. So it
This is
wasn't
pretty
just
cool
used
though.
in
The way
Beverly
they
Hills
the way they
Cop
actually
3.
made
Take
this.
a look at your monitors. It was also used for a television show, not ours.
Focus switch.
Whoa, hey, what is that? What kind of nonsense is that?
You would think they would do a better job hiding the cracks. At least they try to get some kind of story.
Yeah.
They used to just be like, oh, well, get ready.
I remember, that truck that falls down right
Yeah.
there. When you actually feel the heat from
Yeah.
from the fire.
A lot
No,
of
it's a
you
bit
mentioned
like Catastrophe Canyon. Used to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Backdraft when it used to be here.
yeah. Backdraft is so cool.
Which reminds me, that was another thing that you got out of the tram tour. That was like,
Yeah. No, all the water. Yeah.
Of course, you have to have water. Can't have a fiery truck without water.
they love to splash water at you.
Yep.
You got that. You got
that's
jobs. You
beautiful.
got the.
It's a lot. It's a lot of water.
Yeah.
That show is better in real life than it is on the camera.
Yeah. Because you get the sense of it.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know the real reason your driver takes you inside of that sound stage? It's so that when you
She
leave
has
our tour today, the next time you're watching a disaster movie, ta-da! Now you know how those movies get
Oh,
filmed.
I wonder what's coming up.
What you all experienced in person looks on
So,
screen.
over here somewhere was where they had the train that would crash or pretend to crash into the tram. And then they had, I don't remember where the boulders were, but the tram used to stop and all these boulders would fall from the hillside. And what do we have?
Oh, I wonder where we're going now.
Yeah,
Your favorite.
that train was like right over here
Right now,
somewhere.
we brought you all to the small New England resort town of Amity. Now, that's the town you may recall that was scared by the crazy dinner habits of that man-eating shark. But not to fear anyone. Look, see, there's the... Whoa, what is that?
Where's the little boat?
That was the shark over there with the ropes captured. Please
Oh, the little
don't
boat's
ever
not
throw the
there.
shark in the water because...
No, he's going to eat the driver.
Yeah, we just didn't see it.
Oh,
Is that ketchup? What is that?
Crystal,
bit
look
his
at the
ketchup
woman.
back.
Look at the shark.
Dude.
Look, there he is, Sam. He's over there pulling the yellow barrel. There he goes.
This is on the wrong side.
boom. He has another one where
Not
he's like
do this.
right
If I
there.
want to see Bruce, I have to sit on the right-hand side of the tram.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to be there,
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
so I can touch him on the way past.
Yeah.
Give him a pat.
Say hello to Bruce, everybody.
This
Are used in one of Universal's
little part
Studios'
has been
most
here
successful films
since
of all time. What's the name
I
of
can
the
remember.
movie? Exactly. Who on the Tram
Finding Nemo.
That's an animation view.
One of Chris's other videos, he's sitting on the right hand side, and he turns his camera and records it as the shark is going backwards into the
back to be reset.
Yeah, being reset. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Sunny Southern California. We are now heading into this classic attraction located out here on our Universal Studios backlot. Because today on the tour, the driver and I, we wanted to show you all how
I thought we always went left.
For the big screen. Creating weather effects, it's
Oh no, this is the
filmmakers. So here to
what do
tell
you call it?
all about
The
this
little village,
attraction
the
is
flooding.
NBC Today Show
Where are you at?
co-host and weather anchor, Mr. Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect.
This was in, I think, Three Amigos or something like that.
Yeah. Doing some videos too.
On the studio tour, way back in 1968.
I've seen it in a couple other things. I think it's like a Lady Gaga video or something where she's like standing on a rock.
Oh, really?
Only part of the backlot with a 100% chance of rain.
Thanks, Al. This is how Hollywood would go about making a classic like Gene Kelly singing in the rain, even if they were making that film on a day like today when it isn't. We use overhead sprinklers hidden from the camera's view, so when you shoot the
Yeah, so
water
when you come back, Chaz, you'll have to do a day here. Even though it's not really a full day of.
It is if you do the park as well.
Yeah.
This weather effect.
The flash flood.
But this is the best part of the whole park. Unless you, yeah. Well, Jurassic Park's pretty fun too. For Jurassic World.
And here's how what your driver and I just showed you in person looked on the big screen for the movies. Anybody on the tram know the name of this film? And that's how that scene was filmed. But right now, your driver and I, we're about to show you
looks
some
familiar.
of the oldest
Yeah,
sets
that's
still
Monster.
standing on our property. Now, back in
What do they call it? Monster Square or something?
people would come
Yeah, I
to
can't
this
remember
area, sit on
all those
bleachers with their box
little
ticket
nicknames they have
they
for
had
certain
just purchased
sets.
for a nickel to boo the bad guy and cheer the good guy, all while watching a silent Western movie being made right in front of their very eyes.
That's the
Now,
porch
for those
from
of you on the tram too young to know what a Western movie looks like because they don't really make them anymore. Here
Hollywood
you go,
one. What do you call it?
boys and pale girls.
What's that?
That's Tarantino film with
Oh,
Pitt and I can't think of the name. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
oh, the Western one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when he was sitting on the porch.
yeah. I can't remember. What was the name of that again? And it wasn't Django or something.
Django Unchained.
Yeah, well, that's not it.
I think that was here too, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Those sets, I just showed you how they were used back in 1915. Did you guys know you can see those same identical
The other
sets
ones
in
where
the
Brad Pitt
Tarantino
plays
movie,
the stunt
Once
guy.
Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring
Upon a Time in
Leonardo
Hollywood.
DiCaprio
That's
and
that
Brad
one. It is.
Pitt.
Yeah, that one.
film is about a Western movie star and his best friend, who was also his stuntman. Makes sense.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal. And we're trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There are tweaks, of course.
Hasn't
over the years,
changed.
but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created.
But the shark worked on the Jaws ride.
Yeah.
Well, when they actually filmed it, it was just a giant, like, lake kind of. It had a painted backdrop.
It did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
Now this house coming up on the right side of the tram at the top of the hill has been on our studio backlot since the 1980s. But today, I'm about to show you how you've seen that one single house on the right many times over the years.
Oh, that's still there. The best little whorehouse.
In the movie Beethoven Smith, who was paying attention to that house? We were all looking at the doll.
Because I know that house is still there, I think. Or at least I thought it was still there.
Houses, you may recall that the Lion Estates was where Marty McFly lived in our Back to the Future trilogy. You could live in the home of tomorrow today. One of the executive producers of our movie Back to the Future was Steven Spielberg. But did you know that Universal Studios' relationship with the Academy Award-winning director goes all the way
There's
back
those signs.
to when he was just
And that-
They were having those repaired for a bit.
And that the original one, or where they filmed it, was in Norco.
High school kid on a tour bus. Remember in those days,
That
there were
open
trams
field by
on
the
buses called the Gray Line Tour
Prado
Bus.
Dam.
And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom. And when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left. And then I had the entire lot to myself that day.
Can you believe he did that to us? Now there are so many different elements that have to be
Now I
thought
know
about
how to get
when
out
you're
of the
making
train.
a movie.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
I gotta go to the
what
bathroom.
car should my main character drive around in?
I've actually seen somebody do that, and they actually left somebody with them.
Oh, nice.
So the tram can go.
Those are the trams I remember as a kid.
Yeah, like
These ones.
Yeah,
top of the back
that's
row.
how it used to look like when I was a kid.
Oh, you could just jump out of those.
Yeah. Oh, this is the vehicle.
Hamster ball. The hamster ball from Jurassic World.
I'm showing you over here on the left some memorable picture cars. Like
I don't think they do
Bumblebee
the
from
Fast and the
Transformers.
Furious
Now, we were
little
talking
scene
about
anymore. I don't know if you ever saw that.
But Universal
They used to have the
Studios
two
has
cars
also worked
on the
with
arms that would
Alfred Hitchcock
rotate and
to
flip
take a look
around
at
and
Oh, I
some
never
of
saw
the
that.
most famous
Yeah.
sets still standing in all of
Is it?
Hollywood, where you can see
Psycho.
our replica of the landmark Hollywood sign.
Psycho
Over here on
house.
the right, you got the Bates Motel, and at the top of the hill, yeah, that is the house that
Oh, he's
was
not
used
there.
to make the Hitchcock movie Psycho. Those
Wonder if they
stairs
used that when they made the TV show.
those are the same
He comes
identical
out.
stairs actress Vera Miles is climbing in this scene from the movie.
Oh, that's
She's
new.
making
I've
her
never
way
seen the
up
Hollywood
those
sign
stairs
before.
from the Bates Motel because she's hoping to speak with Norman's mother and ask her, "Have you seen my sister? Where's Mary?
I love Psycho.
Where is she?
So in
Tell me, Norman."
I guess this is maybe during October, so they're getting ready for
Yeah, it was
Nights
because
or
there was
whatever.
stuff station.
Yeah, because normally he's outside of the hotel and he comes and looks at you guys, and then he'll come with his little knife and starts running after the tram.
So let's try
Oh, cool.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're nice to him, he'll be nice to us.
Oh, there he
So
is.
how about
Oh, he's
on
on
Oh,
the
there
count
he
of
is.
three,
He's
we
over
say
here now.
hi?
They have all these
Are you ready?
fences for
Barricades.
One, two,
Norman.
three.
Hi, Norman.
Oh, whoop, that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay.
Those are the Heyman barricades.
Now,
Yeah.
just beyond the iconic Psycho house, take a look at one of the most impressive movie sets ever
This
built
is
for the
amazing.
making of a film.
Yeah. And how they got it.
Yeah. I don't know how everything stays there during a storm.
Just all bolted down.
Yeah. Hey, Leo, how you doing?
Leo, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Now, in case anyone on the train
Again.
today was wondering, the answer to your question is yes. That's a real airplane. And here's how this
Yeah, it's
set looks on
amazing.
the big screen for the movie War of the Worlds.
You're doing good.
On the other side of the houses.
Listen to me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now close.
I was quite impressed with this War of the Worlds
Yeah.
film. I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise. I thought, oh god, they're going to trash the story. But I actually really enjoyed it. It was
Yeah,
really good.
I
And,
like it too.
I liked it better than the original, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo, this set is really amazing in real life.
And they have smoke going off, and
Yeah,
different-
the alarms, and
In Hollywood, California.
it's very like in depth. It feels like
And-
you're an actual accident happening.
yeah. On some of the and at the Halloween thing, but in some of the VIP, you can walk around that.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll have to say
Cool.
that's cool. Answer that one. Until then, I hope you
It's
enjoy
weird
the
seeing all
rest
these
of your stay.
Halloween sets,
Yeah.
things and all that.
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Oh, this is that. I
I
have
haven't
no idea
watched
what
that
this
yet. It's called Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. You go into this. I remember this part.
Oh no, this looks quite good. Even though it's not the kind of thing that I'd normally watch. It does look good.
Like that horse.
I heard this is good. I haven't watched it yet.
There's often in the hundreds work together to take an impossible issue and bring it to life.
This is like the newest set.
A nostalgic, small-time Southern California.
Oh, you've been there, huh?
Owned by former child
Yeah.
star Ricky and
That's not a good thing, Leo, to go see that before you leave on your flight.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave it till the day that I go when I go back.
That's what this whole place is loosely based on. That one? No? But a little further down, you can see the brand
I
new
love those
South
things. We have those in COD now.
to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Behind this Hollywood face,
Have you guys
Oh,
ever
what?
seen the internet meme of a guy mimicking one of those?
Yeah, that's your friend, right?
That's my friend, yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually, he lives in Alaska. He grew up with the deadliest catch kid.
That's a giant cock.
Yeah. You were going to say that earlier. I was like, oh, I'm not going to say that. Oh.
Sorry, I went that low. Zach's not here. I've got to be the low person
Right.
today.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
You're just listening.
I'm kidding! Part 4 is still back there. Because Jordan asked, what's a bad miracle? Well, I don't know about any of you on the tram.
Oh,
but
it's
I
so
don't want
profound,
to
but it's deflated.
Did that one just die?
So I say
They
we
both
get
got
out of that
curiosity.
It was
area
blowing.
fast. But because we're Universal Studios, come on now. We're not just gonna leave that area fast. We gonna do it fast and furious.
Yeah, so this, they're going to get rid of all this.
with an FBI alert about
And-
individuals who are not authorized
Just reframe it to something else, probably.
protection operation.
I'm thinking they're, because they've been wanting to expand
Oh, I'll be on the alert for
Harry
a
Potter. They'll probably put a Harry Potter thing here.
US and around the world. Despite his checkered past, Toretto and his crew were recruited by Agent Blue Cops to assist U.S. diplomatic security missions.
It's just the
I guess they got rid of Hootown.
Yeah. And then Simpsons will be going away too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would definitely be going away.
Simpsons land. That's all that land up there. They can make that into something.
I'm sure they're going to want to do Fantastic Beasts things like this, keeping that
Probably.
epic.
I think the Simpsons area at Universal Orlando is going to be themed to Pokemon or something like that.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Or something Nintendo based.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you. Buddy Hobbs acts as a stash shark for a while. Brought you in our secret spot. Having a few friends over, some low
Yeah,
Porter.
yeah, yeah. I think that was their one of the rumors floating around.
Well, it would make sense because if they've only got Hogsmeade, and Orlando's going to have Paris and the Ministry of Magic in Epic, and it's got Diagon Alley in the other in Islands of Adventure. It makes sense
Yeah.
for them to retheme something. Because this Fast and the Furious is so 90s now, even though it was like so old.
Well, and then the technology is a little bit older
Yeah.
too.
It's not like it's been
Kinda like-
revamped, is it? When they've done
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Him, that's right, party's over. You know how long I took
the Fast and the Furious ride at Universal Orlando is the most hated ride in the history of the universe. Everyone's like, why is it still there? It's like people only go on it if everything else is broken down.
Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody.
I've managed to avoid going on it. I'm going to have to go on it once because they're going to shut it at some point.
Oh.
So I have.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw.
He's so
It's
cheesy.
gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry.
that's why it was another thing.
Lucky for you,
Get rid of the.
our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of tonight.
See what I'm talking
Call
about?
you back. It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
Who's that was?
It's about to get real interesting.
It's like that ABC
All
home.
releases all warmed up.
Uh-oh.
It's Jason Frozen.
Uh-oh. I thought it was me.
No, it's not. It's him.
Uh,
I was like, what's happened to the video?
He's frozen.
Look at the smug little grin he's got on his face.
Maybe he didn't want to see the rest of this. I don't know.
Well, it's Fast and Furious. It's rubbish.
Yeah, I don't know what
He's
happened.
going to come back.
Yeah.
He never has an internet outage.
No. He likes to brag about his internet. So.
He does. Tells us how quick it is. And
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He froze, and now he's just like, and there he's back.
hey,
No idea what happened because my internet's fine.
you froze.
Yeah, I see that. But
This looks like really old tech now.
Yeah, it is. It looks like arcade game.
Yeah. This is pretty much the same as the crappy ride they have at Universal Orlando. That you get a pre-show and a bit of a thing, but this bit's pretty much the same.
When this first came out, I thought it was cool. And then the second or third time I rode it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I could do without this.
yeah, this was weird. I checked my internet. It was fine.
Because you're always telling us how good it is.
Yeah, no.
It should be a fiber. I've never had problems. This one I first got
When you jump.
Of course, the first thing you're going to do when you're flying on a truck is stick your legs out the back like you're on a bike doing it.
You noticed when we landed, the truck went boom, and we just went.
Yeah.
We sailed.
Dislocate both his arms and he was doing it for real.
Good job, everybody. You protected the witness
and you can resume breathing.
Where's this bit in relation to the rest of the park? Is this below?
Yeah,
Or
we're on the bottom, and we're actually
Okay.
working our way back upward.
So it would make sense if they were going to extend like Harry Potter downwards. That they
Yeah, Harry
fill
Potter is
that so that-
actually to our
below.
left and up.
Okay.
The castle is actually to our left and up. Upward.
Okay.
On behalf of our driver, Michelle, your tour guide, myself, Adrian, and all of us here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we sincerely hope each and every one of you on the tram today has enjoyed your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood movie studio access. But more importantly, that you'll never be able to look at movies the same way again.
Well, we almost made it without a hitch.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun watching
was really
that
cool.
again. Yeah.
Makes
Seeing,
me want to go there.
yeah, seeing bits again of stuff I remember. Yeah.
It's the
And for-
only way I'm going to get to experience any kind of Jaws ride other than the Tokyo or wherever it is that they've still got the full one.
yeah.
Because they shut the one at Universal Orlando 6 weeks first time before I went.
The one that's inside the building.
Hmm?
It's the one that's inside the building with the docks and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
Yeah. And I need to do the Jaws bit just because, it's my favourite movie.
And
and
then
stuff.
you have to sit on the right hand side.
I will sit on the right hand side. And if
So-
I miss the bits I want to see, I'm going to make Sam do it again.
Well, yeah, because you can easily get off and go back on it again. You can do
I'll
it
be like, I'm
multiple
going to do
times.
Jaws. And she'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, just do it multiple times.
You just tell the driver one more time around.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just go around that lake bit again, please. Thank you.
So that's not going to be this trip. Maybe in October
September.
or September, whatever.
It's already booked.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
You have Florida booked?
Huh?
You have Florida booked?
Yeah. We're doing 6 days in California and then
Oh,
playing
wow.
in Florida. Yeah.
6 days in California. That's cool. See, that's what happens when you live in Europe. Is you get like a month vacation.
That's what happens when you have vacation.
Yeah.
I
That's why
get
I
to.
can't work for a US company because
Well,
I don't get enough vacation.
No, you don't.
I don't get any vacation, so.
Yeah, but you
I
work
have
for
to
yourself.
save-
It's different.
But I have to save money and then save money to have. Well, I missed that week.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I used to do that. I have to do that when I work for myself. It was great because you can go, oh, I can have as much vacation as I like. No, not really.
So you're going to be going to. You get to make one day Universal Day and another day at Knott's Day.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's good. That'd be a lot of fun.
well, hopefully I'll get back out here when Zach comes down, and I'll
Yeah.
get to Universal with him.
I know he wants to go to Universal, so and doing this tour it's a lot of fun, especially for tourists that that are not from around here, and seeing how movies are made and everything is pretty cool to see.
Yeah. And Zach's never been to any other part of the states,
Into
right?
any Universal park.
Yeah.
And
He
any
wasn't
other
even-
park. Oh.
He didn't
He's
even
been
go
to see family in other parts of the States, but he's not been to
Oh, okay.
anywhere else with a theme park.
Okay.
Interesting.
And he's never done a Universal park. So all the times he's been to Florida, he's never been to Universal.
Wow. He's going to Walt Disney World.
Universal Virgin, yeah, he's begun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'd love
Yeah,
to go.
back in the day, I remember it was hardly anything to do at Universal and the one in Hollywood. Just the tour, the studio tour, and the shows. They had, like I said, they had the special effects show and they had the animal show. They were really big on shows. And then when they built the downstairs, the lower lot part, and changed that to Backdraft and the special effects show, those two is now in that building where Transformers is in. And then the little shops, they actually had like an I Love Lucy shop it was just all I Love Lucy stuff. And then they had like a memorabilia shop for like all the movie stars that, you know, in the movies and everything. And then Jurassic Park was built. And then they had E.T. So they had all that down there. And now it's the Mummy. So the Mummy ride.
I love that Mummy ride.
Yeah, I missed out on all that. I
Yeah.
didn't even ride the Back to the Future ride. So
Oh, that's right. Because that was at the top. So
Yeah.
Back to the Future was just after. So we had Star Tours, and that was a huge thing at Disney. Disneyland was the Star Tours ride. And I remember standing in line in Star Tours and somebody saying, "Oh, Back to the Future ride at Disney or the Universal just opened, and that's better." And I'm like, "How can that be better than Star Tours?" So I went to Universal and rode in that thing. Number one, I did not fit in that car. So you're in
Oh, really?
DeLorean, and I believe it was 4-4, if I remember right.
Well, they wanted to give you the authentic experience.
Yeah, my knees were up against that.
You ever sat in a DeLorean? Even
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of room.
It was bad. And then the animation part was just okay. It wasn't even that spectacular.
Yeah.
And then I could see the curvature of the screen, and that just ruined it. And then if you lean forward and look, then you see the other cars, the other DeLoreans that are in line with you. It's like, and this is supposed to be better than Star Tours? No.
Yeah.
And now it's that Krusty the Clown ride, that roller coaster thing.
Well, not for much longer.
No.
Yeah, that's what it was at Universal. They got rid of the in Orlando. They got rid of the Back to the Future and put Simpsons Landing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying that they should put it back to the Future, because with Epic they're going back to, or they've opened up Dark Universe for Universal Classic Monsters, because that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, why don't you bring back some of the old IP that's like really, really popular?
Yeah.
But they would have to do something completely.
If they change the Simpsons ride back to a Back to the Future ride and make it better, that would be really cool if they did that.
Back to the Future is not a big topic right now.
No,
like if they were making another one or something, but
yeah.
Well,
but it is a what do you call it? One of their best IP.
Oh, it is
Universal. So,
but the
Ghostbusters is another big one, because they're like redoing. They've got
because they can never do anything right the first time, so they keep redoing all these movies.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The monster movies they already started, but I think they're gonna keep going.
Yeah. With the Monsterverse, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah,
with Godzilla and Kong and stuff.
Yeah, just without Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
that one didn't go so well.
So, what was your guys' favorite part of this?
Obviously, Jaws.
Well, yeah, for you is Jaws. Yeah, the Jaws.
I mean, like I said, when I went on, it was completely different. So all the things that we talked about that are not there anymore, is kind of like, except the earthquake thing, which I wrote when I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah, and I believe the earthquake. I believe that's where the Battlestar Galactica was. I think that's where it was, because that was a you feel stuff, and they had actual actors running around and shooting and stuff like that. Apollo and Starbuck.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it was really good back then.
See, let's bring that back.
Yeah.
Because they might be making another
Battlestar.
Yeah. Well, I think they are.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That, and then the ice cave that they had.
The turning.
Yeah, that made everybody dizzy. So the tram would go into this cave, and all of a sudden the walls would turn like this. So it felt like you were like flipping over and everything. It was really cool.
I always hated those things when you find them in like fun houses and you try to walk and you're like,
oh yeah.
But when you're on the tram, it just kind of makes you look like it is, and you don't get that experience of it.
Yeah.
That bit was my second favorite bit.
Yeah, Leo, the
Because
Kong.
I love
yeah.
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome movie.
And see,
All
that's
the original Kong films, though. So
I love the new Kongs, but like we're saying, we grew up with the older one, so
yeah,
Yeah.
I liked
So
all
that-
the old 60s, 50s, and 60s Godzilla movies though as well. I
Yeah.
love all of that black and white. Like even the crappy Japanese ones were awesome. Love them.
yeah.
But that the Kong ride, I do like the 3D and the feel of the tram because it moves a lot in there and stuff. Yeah.
I haven't been on it, so
Yeah. But I do miss the Bob Gurr Kong because that was really cool because he grabs the bridge you're on and he shakes the bridge and you're moving with that too, and the helicopter crash and all that stuff that they had. There was a lot of fire in there too and stuff.
Yeah.
So. But it was all real,
physical
stuff,
not 3D stuff.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't
now.
3D. Yeah, well, it is in 3D and through your own
Yeah,
eyes.
because it's physical.
Yeah. But one of my favorite parts is the crash scene from War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget when we came around that corner before that other thing was there, that whatever that show.
The Nope thing.
Yeah. Before there was nothing there. It was just empty.
Well, I think there was a Jurassic Park building there at one point.
I don't remember that. I just remember coming around that corner.
It was moved or something, but I'm
seeing this crash.
I remember seeing the videos.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Does it smell like a plane crash as well? Like, can you smell aviation fuel and?
No, you don't really smell the fuel, but
yeah.
you see the smoke and you hear the alarms, and it really feels like an actual crash site when you're in there. Yeah, it's just amazing to see. I have video of it somewhere when I first went, and yeah, it was just really cool to see.
You need to dig that out so I can see it, please.
Yeah, I know. Because I was on the right-hand side and I filmed all that. Yeah.
I was trying to see if I had that photo from Bob's house.
Oh, with that thing?
Kong.
Yeah.
Can't remember where
Put it somewhere safe.
So safe that
that's exactly. I put it so safe I can't find it.
So Leo, if there's anything you can change or add to the ride, to the tram tour, what would you do? Or what would you guys do if you were to?
I would add something Ghostbusters.
Like in a sound stage.
Is that even filmed by them? I think that's a Sony TriStar. But yeah, I haven't been there enough to know what else is there, but I know the older stuff that's there. And as we went up that hill, they pointed out that house that was in Beethoven and all that.
Yeah.
The other side had the house from well, a lot of things like Leave It to Beaver and
oh yeah, that was the Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, and was it
the Munsters house was
Munsters house is over there.
It was on that block. Yeah.
Joel versus the Volcano or some Tom Hanks thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
All those houses are over there and
it's on that block.
Yeah.
He didn't go down that block.
I remember Adam Lebu on one of his VIP.
Oh, right.
Around there too.
Right. Yeah. So Leo says more experiences with a soundstage. Yeah, like going through.
The VIP does that too. They actually take you in, they point out stuff, and you get to like walk around and.
Yeah, so I was telling Chaz. So when I did the filming of Home and Family, and after that was done, we walked across the street and we were in a set, like an actual stage of a movie, but it was outdoor. Everything was outdoor. And so we're all just standing there, and we're all looking around. I'm like, this looks awfully familiar where we're standing. And then the lady's like, yeah, so where you're standing right now is exact spot where Jack Sparrow was hiding from the redcoats coming through and trying to find him in that town. And there's a plateau where they had that knight, and then he had that sword that was sticking out from the knight, and above it was Mr. Brown's blacksmith shop or whatever. And that area was where we were standing. So I went back and looked at the movie. My friend took a picture of me there, and went back and looked at the movie, and you can see that's where I was standing. Was where they ran down the steps, and they passed Jack Sparrow sitting there with his sword sticking out of the knight that was standing in front of the what do you call it, the blacksmith shop. So it's pretty cool. And then she was saying, okay, and if you turn and look this way, which in the movie, turning and looking that way, you would see the harbor with the giant rock and the ships out there. And in real life, it's the tram route. You see the road that goes down and stuff. So they had put that wall that we were talking about earlier over there, the green screen wall, and that's where they projected the ocean and everything on there. So it was really cool to see that and be right there where everything was filmed.
I still cannot find this.
You can't find it? Oh, he's planning to do the VIP tour soon. I also want to do the Warner. Oh yeah, the Warner Brothers one is really cool.
Yeah, Zach wants to do that too, doesn't
he? I was gonna say if I go out there in July with Zach, I'm gonna do that with him as well.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. So my friend Phil used to work there at that studio.
Phil who works on the Mandalorian, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the book I just showed you that I totally forgot he did. Yep. He also did a Alien versus Predator comic, graphic novel. So he did that too.
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh well.
You can't have put it somewhere that safe because you showed it to us not that long ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not on my Instagram. It's not in my folder. Hopefully it wasn't on that other drive.
That's what I was going to say. It's not on that drive that died a death, is it?
Crashed. Yeah.
Let me check Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, so how long was the tour? It usually lasts like 45 minutes.
50 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good amount of time. It's long.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it goes quicker because things are closed because of filming.
Oh yeah, I suppose if they're filming on the square, where the Back to the Future
where the Back to where when that's closed and stuff, then or if they happen to be one of the sound stages is closed, like let's say earthquake or whatever, then they just drive around it. And so it depends what's open, what's not. So there's a lot of things that I remember from the last time that I didn't see in this one.
Right.
So I don't know if it's because they're closed or they got rid of it. Most likely they got rid of it. So but that was pretty cool. It was fun to
doing it.
Yeah. It's a nice little relaxing when you're walking, because that place, if you don't use the escalators, you can walk the stairs all the way down.
Yeah, no.
Which when you're younger, you're going to do that.
I could probably go downstairs. There's no way in a million years I can walk upstairs, not my dodgy old knees.
No, I just take the escalator. It's so much better. It's really steep though, when it's kind of creepy when you're going down because it's like kind of steep. So, but it was pretty fun. I forgot how many escalator ramps there are. There's like maybe 4, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're long because you're going from the top.
Right to the bottom.
Right to the bottom, yeah. Still think they should do a slide so you can slide all the way
Slide.
down.
Give you one of those carpet little
yeah.
ski
Just
lift
sit-
back up.
Just
Yeah.
sit on a little mat like you do on a Helter Skelter. You know,
Yeah.
have you found it, Jace?
I have not. I suck.
You just put it somewhere safe.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know where it is.
Jace is looking for a photograph of the Bob Gurr.
Kong.
Yeah. Leo. That would be fun. Yeah. Can you imagine that? That would.
You have to find a way of breaking though, because otherwise, or they'd have to do it so it's not so steep. Because otherwise, you'd end up just going.
Yeah, straight down.
Straight down. There would be crashes.
Well, it's like, so what they have is, so when you come to the first escalator and you go down, then they have a platform there where actually you can actually look out and you actually see Warner Brothers Studio from over there.
Oh well.
Yeah, and then you
Is
see
it
that
high up.
Yeah, you're really high up. Yeah.
I'd have to look
Yeah.
straight out and not down.
Yeah,
so
you
otherwise
can't look down because you're.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like what is it, 100
That would
something
break
feet,
me.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Ooh, no.
And then
Okay.
from that platform, then you go down to the next escalator. Then you had another one. You go down the next escalator. I think there's one short one. I think so. There's 4. I think.
Oh, okay.
If I
So it's
remember
3 or
right.
4 all the way down.
Yeah. But there's a couple of them that are really long. And then when you get down, so when I took my sister there, I didn't want her to see Jurassic Park because we wanted to go on it, and I didn't want her to see the ending, the big old splash and the drop. So I had her kept looking, and I kept telling her, oh, I Love Lucy stores over here because she loves I Love Lucy. So the I Love Lucy stores over there. So she kept looking that way, and then we went into the line for Jurassic Park, and then we got on the ride, and she said at the end when that drop came, she tried to scream and nothing came out.
No, it's big. The one in Florida is big. It's like 70 feet, I think. It's bigger than Splash.
Oh wow! Yeah,
You get absolutely soaked.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been on it because I don't like getting wet on rides.
Yeah. Oh, Leo had a couple of family members that had to use the scooter. Took the elevator. They took the bus to the bottom. Huh. Wow. I didn't know they had an actual little bus that would take you down there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How'd you get back up? More
The
escalators.
bus. You probably, no, you can't because you have a scooter. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
What does it say? It's one guest can go with the scooter rider. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad they offer that. Just trying to think about how do you go down with a mobility scooter, trying to get down there. Yeah. So when you take the studio tour, so when you go down the main street, you hang a right, and you go because the very first thing you see on the right after entering, they have the what's that? The Waterworld. They had the Waterworld.
Oh, the Waterworld show.
That's such a cool show. That used to be Miami Vice show. Oh, and then they had an A-Team show too back in the 80s.
A-Team, I love them as well.
Yeah, there was an A-Team show.
Why don't they bring all that cool stuff back?
Yeah. So
You
they
used
had
to have a A-Team van that you could lift up.
Yep. Oh, now you can lift up from the side and it tilts. When we were kids, yeah, or teenagers. They had that. They had a jail, so you're behind the bars and you can bend the bars.
Oh,
stuff.
cool.
It was pretty neat. They had all that cool stuff. They had the Bruce hanging, but it's not really Bruce. It's just a great white shark hanging from the
dock.
Yeah, and then you can stick your head inside.
Yeah, they've got one of those in Florida. We have to go and say hello to him every time we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, go and say hello to Bruce. And she's like, rolls her eyes at me. It's like, I'm sorry, I am obsessed. It's my favorite movie. I love the shark.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. Thanks for doing that.
It's your suggestion.
Oh, you found it.
See how it has,
Explain
like,
explain what this is, Jay.
this is how Bob got
Bob
Bob
Gurr.
Gurr, who designed. This is what the original gorilla looked like in a larger scale, but how they figured out the weights at the bottom, and so it kind of teetered on this section here in the middle, and so this thing can literally just kind of shift like that, and it was controlled from the bottom just to move it side to side.
Yeah, and they use like a pendulum.
Yeah, kind of like that. So
That's funny how he just has it on a TV tray.
Yeah,
standing there
on a TV tray.
Yeah.
He
Well,
must
and
have
they had
so
these.
much cool stuff in his house.
This is one of the events. I think this is the first event I went to when I first met him. So they had some things marked out, like what they were.
Oh, right.
And like this is, can't really see, but it's an award. And then there's a Tinkerbell Award.
Wow.
Why is this not coming up? That's his Disney Legend Award.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's cool.
That's his bathroom.
Nice.
Why did you take a picture of his bathroom?
I don't know. So there's a funny
I
story.
was weird taking bathroom pictures, which I've only
There's a
done
funny
in
story
Galaxy's Edge.
though. When he bought the house,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you where he lives, but it's LA somewhere up there. And he walked into the house, walked right outside into the backyard, saw this, and said, "I'll take it."
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I just remember the first time I met him. It was on that tour. We happened to be at the Carrollwood Barn. I was with Alex the Historian, and we were walking back to the car, and Bob pulled up with that giant bus.
Yeah.
And he walks out, and I'm like, Bob. And I ran up to him, shook his hand, and the only thing he said was, "How do you like the color of my bus? Because it matches my shoes." Because he is wearing bright red shoes. Oh, you're looking at the.
We were watching the sunset.
Yeah.
And the sun goes down.
That's what happens in a sunset.
No, but where was it?
I couldn't hear what he said.
He was like, "Oh, the music wasn't in sync." He's like, "Oh, yeah." He was like, "Oh, the sun should be setting down," but no.
Yeah.
There's the sign that I made for him.
That's cool. I still think, so when I first met you with the TV, that was a cool thing you made.
Yeah. So skip all this. There's the sign.
Yeah.
On a
Winky
vehicle.
That's pretty cool.
His famous fan has all these badges.
All his badges.
Look at the blades are just like.
Didn't even think to put. I've got shed loads of those badges from where I've been at conferences. I just have them hung up in the hallway.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
what other things has he made on for Universal at Universal? Was it just was it just that the King Kong animatronic that he made?
Maybe I can't remember if there's anything else. That's the TV anyway.
Yep.
And that was a TV in the booth when it was playing.
Yeah. So neat.
That's the Griffith Park. Oh, no, that is, but this is the tour.
Oh yeah, the bus tour that he
Bus
that he
tour,
did. Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, yeah. That's why I didn't. That's on the old Google photos.
Yeah.
I use the Amazon one now. So
Cool.
and now that TV is on the podcast set.
Oh, that's right. In the back.
Podcast, yeah.
Bob Gurr's podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Skyway bucket sign I made as well.
Yeah.
The one I
The
gave you.
acrylic one, right?
No.
Oh no, the People Mover was acrylic.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's actually wood.
Yeah.
I made it almost like the one that went up for auction.
Oh, okay.
That was in the what do you call that auction they had?
Yeah, what was that called?
I forgot what it was. No, it wasn't Craft. Craft had an auction though. That guy, I forgot the other one was called though.
Yeah, it was in. Where was it at? In it was over by you, wasn't it?
No, it was in LA somewhere.
Oh,
I don't know. They have it every once in a while though. But yeah. Anyway.
cool. Well, that was a fun ride.
Yeah. Thanks for bearing with me. I found that.
It was worth you finding it because it's really cool.
Yeah, such a neat piece. To see.
Yeah. It was cool to. There was other stuff I didn't take photos. Yeah, I think it was around Christmas time, so it was like a tree out there, and just had a bunch of things laying around, like that monorail little model he has, and
yeah,
I think that's on the set now too, on the wall. But yeah, just some cool stuff. I think he had a piece from Rolly Crump that I can't remember what it was. Like it's just some art piece that Rolly made. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
Some custom thing.
that's neat.
But all right, I think we kind of went way over on this.
Yeah,
one.
well, because the tours are,
It
like
was long.
It's fun.
So, yeah, but thanks
Thank you
everyone
guys,
for joining us and
for joining us. Thanks, Leo, for chiming in.
yeah,
And make sure you
What are we
like,
gonna do next
subscribe.
week?
yeah,
Hang on.
yeah.
Don't make me choose. I want to do Jaws, but I don't know whether we've got a Jaws.
There is
Oh.
no, yeah.
We
I-
could do the other
I-
one if you want to.
I want to do a full Jaws ride if we can find it anywhere at some point.
I've seen it before.
There
I
is
mean,
there is YouTube of it, but I'm not sure who's.
It might be
it
part of
is.
another tour that we can just, cut
There's
to.
a full Orlando Jaws ride as was
Wow,
before they tore it down and turned it into Harry Bloody Potter.
Yeah, it was like
never heard of it.
10 or 15 minute something like that.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find it. I mean, if we do, we can do that next week.
yeah. If
Cool.
not, another week's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Might as well stick on the theme.
yep.
All right, so next week is Jaws next Friday.
Hopefully.
Jaws, right?
If we
Yeah,
can find it.
If
if we can
we'll
find it.
see
Jaws,
what
over at
Universal Orlando.
Universal Orlando. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Islands of Adventure,
we do. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Was it in Islands?
I
And
have
then,
no idea. We've been there.
No, it was in Studios.
For all of you that want to join us tomorrow,
Oh, forgot about tomorrow.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was going to get there, but I was going to say, like, subscribe, share if you're the family. Comment below and let us know what you would do differently on the tour or things that you would want to see. And tomorrow we are doing another episode. This will be our second episode back into our podcast, Casilium episodes.
Yep.
It's kind of an open topic conversation, but one of the things that I'm going to bring up is Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep.
Because hopefully we have some good news on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I like what Leo put. That's pretty funny. The little Jaws
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Bruce.
That's cool.
I'll
Hey,
have to
we-
rearrange my shelf if we do Jaws and put all my
Yeah.
Jaws
Yeah.
things up.
Leo, if you want to join us on one of these write-throughs,
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
a lot of fun. So
we like having guests on, especially those who watch. So,
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
why
but-
they ended up with me. Sorry.
yeah,
but you can join us tomorrow at noon
What time are we
Yeah.
doing
at
it?
California
new
time,
Disneyland time.
Disneyland time, as we say.
Yep, which is
Yeah.
8 UK time and 3 Florida
Very
time.
good, very good.
I'm good at this time difference
Yeah.
thing.
1 o'clock my time.
Oh yeah, because you're weird and have to be an hour out
Yeah.
from the rest
Yeah,
of us.
No, you were all weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
I don't change at all,
yeah.
which makes it hard, actually.
So yeah, because actually the 8th, March 8th, is when we change,
You
or
change.
actually March 9th.
Yeah, and then I'll be on the same time as you again.
Then we'll be the same
Yeah,
time.
and
again.
then we don't change for another 2 weeks. So we're 2
Yeah,
weeks.
that's
We're an
weird.
extra hour.
Yeah,
Weird.
But because we're an extra hour ahead of you. We're only 7 hours different instead of 8. So I get an extra
Yeah.
hour of you guys for 2 weeks.
Yeah. and
Oh
Leo-
yeah,
Leo's in
yeah,
Dallas. He's
Yeah.
now-
Oh, and it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Dallas time. Yeah.
yeah. That's funny.
So,
Yeah, we'd love to have you on, Leo, and for a ride through. You can join us here on our little platform, and
yeah. Even if you don't have a webcam, you can always do audio.
yeah,
Chris
Yeah.
has done that a couple times.
yeah. LMG Chris he's been on a few times, and just had his mic. So either way,
Yeah. Well, all right.
you can get in touch with Jason.
Yeah. Well, he has my email.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right, because he won.
Yeah. Actually, Leo, did you confirm yourself? Verify yourself?
From the trivia
Trivia. I know.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
CMC.
No. The other girl that won.
Oh,
You
yeah.
stalker.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
I have to pull up the list,
Yeah.
but she confirmed herself. So I
Yeah.
don't remember if Leo did. If you didn't, check your email because it's
Yeah.
But yeah, you get yourself checked, and then I can send you your prize. So
Cool.
Yeah, do it sooner rather than later, because otherwise you won't get your prize for ages.
Yeah.
Because it
Well,
will
we
go
just
on
had
the to-do list.
we just have to verify, not that he is who, not that he's not saying who he is, but it's to verify that whoever emails is that same person that won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really the
And you
verify
also
the email.
need the address to ship said prize.
Yeah,
to.
I have his address. So
Oh, cool.
anyway,
There you go. All right.
that'll do it. Again, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you real soon.
Bye.